What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 from the two-man power trip. We're going to talk about the third place Las Vegas Raiders.
The
Raiders, which personally is my second favorite team. I sometimes think you got to have another team you root for. Sometimes
I agree with that.
Vikings are number one, obviously, but yeah, the Vegas Raiders, they'll be moving into the new stadium this year, and
But
be pretty
I had a
exciting.
good feeling there for the Las Vegas Raider fans.
Could be a lot of players getting in trouble. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of legal stuff in Vegas, so it might be an
true.
issue. But
Hopefully it's not, though.
Yeah, they went 7-9 last year, same as the Broncos, but
Third place technically, but like you said,
yeah,
technically the same exact record as the Broncos as well.
they kind of started out, man. I think they exceeded expectation a little bit. They started winning some games there in a row, and everybody was like, oh, man, this might be a playoff team. And they almost made the playoffs.
Right, and then they kind of fell off at the back end.
Yeah, but anyway, some free agent. They got some players, not a lot of big name players that they lost, really. They did sign Marcus Mariota.
Yep.
From the Titans.
I wonder how that's going to shake out with Carr.
I think Gruden likes Mariota, and I think he liked him when he was coming out, if I remember right, because they just do those QB camps, you know.
Right.
I think he liked Mariota a lot. I honestly think they'll probably be a competition.
I'm thinking so, too. I'm thinking that Carr's spot is not locked in like he would like it to be. Mariota's definitely going to give him some competition. Mariota also has a little more mobility.
Yeah.
So when you talk about that in the NFL, a lot of teams are kind of going towards that hybrid quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
They're getting away from the statue, and Carr is kind of, the old school statue quarterback.
Carr's he's very hit and miss.
Right.
With me. He's almost like Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
I mean, he can win you some games, but when it's all on the line, I don't think he's really that good. I mean, I don't know.
But anyways, the Mariota thing, I definitely think is going to work in their favor. Even if Carr keeps his job, it's going to make Carr play at a higher level to retain that job, and that's always good. But one of the big names, yeah, he's a little aging, but they got one of my Cowboys, Jason Witten.
Are you shocked by that move?
What's that?
Are you shocked by that move? You think?
A little bit, but Tom Brady went to the Bucs. It's just Witten has a hell of a career with the boys, so I don't blame him. He wanted to change the scenery, I'm thinking. So
yeah, and when he's going there, they've got Waller. You know what I mean? So Witten's just going to kind of be the backup tight end, I guess, and they'll probably come in and do some red zone targets, probably.
Right. He's going to add some veteran leadership, some veteran depth for sure. He knows how to get open, and he's got a real good set of hands.
Yeah.
So like you said, red zone target stuff that's not too far down the field, 10, 15 yards, he'll be prime.
I was kind of shocked that he signed there. I kind of thought he would retire.
Yeah, I kind of did too. I was shocked a little bit, but I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
They also picked up another one of my Cowboys, Jeff Heath.
Yeah.
Like you kind of said, a lot of the names that they signed, they're not huge names.
No.
But they're good, But they're not like superstar.
No.
They also picked up wide receiver Nelson Aguilar from the Eagles.
Which he's, maybe a 3.
Mm-hmm. But with the Jeff Heath signing, they lost Carl Joseph, which was their safety. Yeah. They lost them to the Browns. So Jeff Heath was kind of the replacement for Joseph. They re-signed Richie Incognito.
Actually, you know what? With all his craziness that's happened, the past few years, and he's like he's in his late 30s too.
Right.
But he actually played really well last year
Yeah, he did.
for being his age. And
Mm-hmm.
it's weird. A few of these like offensive linemen have been playing into their late 30s here lately. It seems like.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're starting to see that more. Once again, another Cowboy, Malik Collins, signed with them as well. He is a defensive tackle.
Yeah.
So Rod Marinelli was the Cowboys' defensive coordinator. He went there. So I'm thinking that a few of these, at least a few of the defensive guys, are partially due to that. They're going to him in a system that they already know, and a defensive coordinator that they're already used to.
They also picked up safety Demarius Randall, who was with the Browns last year. And they also, a little bit of a, I don't know, clusterfuck, I guess. They signed and they agreed to terms with Eli Apple, cornerback.
Defensive back, yeah.
And then at the last second, I guess they couldn't agree on a contract, so he's not going there now.
Yeah, that's not good.
I don't know what the deal was with that, but so they got $10.2 million in cap space.
Yep, I was gonna say we'll get into the little bit more of the details. You said $10.2 million in cap. They have a few needs still. They need defensive back, wide receiver, and O-line.
Mainly a lot of depth on the O-line. I mean, they got 8 draft picks. They got 2 first-rounders still from that Bears deal with Khalil Mack.
Yeah, so that's good.
They don't have a second-rounder, but they got 3 third-rounders. So, I mean, they're sitting pretty good, I mean, for what they need.
Right. No, I agree with you. I'm going to pull a Jordan here.
Uh-oh. Somebody going to the Ravens?
No. The 3 third-round picks, I think they could move up to get into the second round maybe with 2 of those.
Yeah.
I would stay pat and keep your 2 first-rounders, but I would definitely try to utilize those third-rounders to kind of move up if possible.
Yeah.
It's good to be in the second round if you could make it into the second.
And I honestly think this draft, I mean, there's a lot of depth at some of these positions.
I think so as well. I think this is going to be a really interesting NFL draft and upcoming season. There's a lot of changes in the league and a lot of players moving around, which, you have some of that every year, but a lot of big-name players moving around.
Yeah.
But, I mean, all in all, $10.2 million in cap, that's not a lot to work with, so you got to build through the draft.
Yeah.
That's kind of
since Gruden's got there, I mean, they've done pretty well. I mean,
and they have. Gruden has shipped off a lot of players and accumulated all these damn first round picks, man. So is there a method to his madness a little bit here with accumulating all these first round picks and first round talent?
And he's always liked to have a lot of good veterans on the team too, a big mix of veterans and young guys. I think a lot of the young guys they've gotten, I mean, have just been like Hunter Renfrow, the receiver. He kind of came out of nowhere last year. Darren Waller. He's like one of the best tight ends last year. So I don't know. I think it's all about their defense needs improvement.
Right.
That's something they've struggled with for a while. And just some reliable receivers.
Yep.
And if Carr can get it together.
I'm right there with you. And in a few weeks, we're going to do our mock draft. We're going team by team, but we're going to do a mock draft in a few weeks, and we'll get into the, who we think they're going to pick.
Yeah.
So where do you see them landing pre-draft?
I think they do a little better. I could see 8-8, maybe 9-7.
Okay. And I'm gonna say I'm right there with you. My estimate is 9-7. I think they move up by 2 games. I still think it's division it's the Chiefs division until somebody just knocks them off. But I do think the Raiders are definitely in a good spot. I think they're heading in the right direction. and I'll give them 9 and 7 pre-draft, and then we'll see how they draft, and then we'll revisit them.
Yep, sounds good. That's all we got.
Power Trip out.
Later.
Episode 4 up next. This was episode 3.